Hello, welcome back to Turn and Burn UK. So today we are going to do a quick video on the new pen kit that's come from Beaufort Ink. It's called the Headwind, and this is the kit that you get. So you get the Beaufort Ink cartridge, spring, that's the nib, that's the barrel that we're going to glue to the wood, clip, mechanism, cap. So that's the kit laid out. We're going to I'm going to use a piece of pale Zebrano on here. I think that's going to look quite nice. So we will just rough up the brass. You've seen in the previous in the previous video what we do. Paper. So I'm going to use a little bit of 80 grit. You just want to rough the brass up so that the super glue's got something to key onto. And then we'll take the blank over to the drill press, drill it up. Some people you can use the Jacob's chuck in the lathe to drill the blanks out, but I think you get a more accurate drill with the drill press. So we'll just go over to the drill press and we'll be back in a second. So this pen kit requires an 1132 drill bit, but it's quite big. So I'm going to pre-drill with a 5mm bit first, just to prevent any tear out or splitting. And then we'll go through with the bigger bit. You just want to keep clearing the swarf as you go. Right, so we've pre-drilled with the smaller bit. This is the 1132. Again, we just want to make sure that clear the swarf as you go. There we are, all good to go. Right, next is to super glue the tubes in place. Cool. Okay, so I tend to put the super glue on the tube. And this will spread as you insert it into the, you just twist the barrel as you're inserting it into the blank. It will help spread the super glue. There you can see it's come out that end. There we go. Right, just let the super glue go off and then we'll be ready for turning. Before we start turning these pens, we just need to clean the top and bottom of the barrel to expose the brass tube so that they sit into the bushes perfectly. So I've got a barrel cleaner, so there's an edge to here that will allow you to clean any super glue that's dribbled down the inside of the tube, and then these cutting bits at the top will clean away the timber. So again, you can put this in a handheld drill if you want, but there's always a risk that the blank will be be snatched out of your hand. So the best thing to do, put it back in your vise, in your drill vise. Line it up. There we go. Make sure it goes in. There we go. There we are. Just turn it on. Clean the end up till you've got a flat piece for your bush to sit into, and you can see the brass of the barrel. So that one went in a little bit deeper than expected, but there we go. That will clean up when we put the bushes in. Again, like I say, you can do these in batches. Nice thing about pen turning is that you can batch them out. So we're going to turn this at about 1800 RPM. Said before, we can use a roughing gauge. And what you're looking for is a nice flush line between your timber and the bushes. Now, you don't want to go down completely to the bushes with the tool, because you will be sanding. But you certainly need to make sure that you're level. Now we can probably start at about 120 grit, maybe 180, but you can see it's fairly flush there. We'll just give it a bit of a clean up. I'll take the rest out the way. And I apologise, I'll turn the extraction on just from a dust point of view. Worth remembering, if you turn the speed down, that we were turning at 1800, it's now turned down to about 600 RPM for sanding. You want to ensure a flat surface, wrap your sandpaper in a piece of wood so it's nice and square, and then you can just offer it up to the timber. It just depends whether you want to taper the barrel or have it nice and flush. Going to use a tack cloth to remove any grit or sanding dust, and we'll move on to the finer grits. So this is 220. Once you've worked your grit, just use the sandpaper and run with the grain, and that will help remove any circular marks that could be left behind. Once that's been done, quick rub over with a tack cloth, and then you're ready for the next one. Okay, so we sanded that to 600 grit and then used the green, red and orange Nyweb pads from Chestnut Products. This is all ready to go for sanding sealer and melamine lacquer. So we'll start with the Chestnut sanding sealer. Give that a good shake. Now we want to put it on with one cloth and burnish it with the other. So make sure you've got burnishing cloth in one hand, application cloth in the other. Apply the sanding sealer and then buff it off, and that just burnishes the sealer and helps produce a nice shine. And then do it again, buff that off. There we are. See, you've already got a nice shine appearing on there. And then it's the same method for the melamine lacquer. You don't want to shake the melamine lacquer, because that'll introduce air bubbles into the lacquer, which can be transferred to the pen blank. So apply it, buff it off. Application, burnish. There we are. One last one. Application, burnish. And then what I like to do, this is the Chestnut Products microcrystalline wax stick. Just put a coat of wax on there, buff that off. That just protects the melamine lacquer while it continues to harden. That's it. The pen barrel that's done, completed, ready for assembling. So this is how the kit goes together. We'll start with the nib. This is the Zebrano that I showed you at the beginning. I think we'll go like that. So I'm using some cup chucks as a compression mandrel, just to squeeze the bits together. Well, the leather won't damage the wood or anything. We'll get a nice fit. There we go. Make sure that's going in okay. There we go. And then the twist mechanism screws in there. But of course, first we've got to put the pen in. So spring on the cartridge. Cartridge slides in there. And this bit sits in here. Screw that in place. There we go. And then this covers the mechanism to make it look pretty. And there we are. I'll put some glamour shots up at the end.